We'll let him do it. I'll do it for him.
We speak at the encore.
All right, good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? Welcome to Daytona Beach 1 Million Cups. Can you believe it? We're back already. The weeks go by fast as I get older. Crazy. Well, welcome to Daytona Cinematique. Daytona Cinematique gives us this opportunity to be here every Wednesday, and they have events going on all throughout the month, and those events are on a calendar on your desk. Please share that information. We also want to thank Volusia Business, Volusia Entrepreneurship, Volusia, what do we call it anymore?
Economic development.
Economic Development. I should know that by heart by now. Oh yeah, right there. So we also have a fantastic opportunity on June 18th. This is a free event, and they'll provide lunch, and you can learn about funding your business. So this is brought to you by Volusia Business Resources, and which is a key sponsor to 1 Million Cups. Is anyone here for the very first time? All right, a bunch of veterans in the room. So you know the procedure. We have a great speaker today. His name is Isaac, and he is with Winner's Circle. So let's give him a nice warm welcome.
How's everybody doing today? Well, like previously brought out, this is Winner's Circle, and we're mainly an online arcade. So who here has been to an arcade or likes arcades? All right, they're great, right? you have the different lights, you have the variety of games, and you have that sweet sound of victory that we all know and love. You know, I used to be a gamer back in the day. I used to really enjoy playing games on a regular basis, but I always had that lingering thought in my mind, you know? You're spending so much time playing these games, but what real world value is coming from it? You know, you spend hours and hours and hours, but there's nothing that's tangible or a skill that you can really pull from that to use out in the real world. During that time, I'd come to a pretty big realization back then. I had gotten into a car accident. I had crushed disc in my neck and in my back. And I was really just trying to figure out what I could do and when I could do it, and just stay steady on it. So from that thought process and going forward, we have Winner's Circle. Winner's Circle is an online site where you can play different games like trivia, Pac-Man, even participate in art shows, and you can win adult prizes or age harmonizing prizes that you can enjoy and use on a daily basis. Then we have our art show. And so on our site, you receive winner coins, and those winner coins are able to be exchanged for the prizes that you enjoy. When you're on our site, we have two different types of memberships, and that's also us giving out our prizes. We have two different types of memberships. We have a free membership, where in that free membership, you're involved in all of our giveaways. We have giveaways on a weekly basis, and you can also be involved in different word puzzles, word games, number games, and things along those lines. We also have a secondary membership, which is our premium membership. And with that premium membership, you get all of our mega prizes. So those can include 2-day stays at different places. Those can include cruise tickets. We also, with that premium membership, we also provide a way for you to keep money in your pocket. We have discounts. So we go to the different local businesses in the area, we talk to them, and we get discounts exclusive for you as members of Winner's Circle. And those discounts can be along the lines of Veterans Eat for 25% off. They could also be along the lines of a buy one, get one for you and your kids. We also, with that, we made it so that, well, actually, a big hurdle that we had to go through was essentially making it so that, like I said previously, being able to do more, get more done. I had a huge experience of trying to really make a team. Making a team in order to push what we're doing forward a little bit faster. You know, when you're rowing a boat by yourself, you can only get so far. But when you have a team behind you, you can get to that destination a whole lot faster and quicker. And that was a big thing that I had to realize. During that time, I was trying to make my own website. I was learning code, I was trying to get everything ready for it, and I just figured out, you know, I need a team. So finding devs, moving forward with them, even finding ones that would be on the site on a regular basis was a huge thing for me. Now, another big thing was that team process once again. So we made an affiliate program so that all our members that have been with us on Facebook and whatnot for an extended period of time could also get in on a lot of action. A lot of them loved what we were doing, and they loved how we were doing it. So we opened up an affiliate program for them so that they could also receive exclusive prizes and enjoy it. Another great thing that we have on our site is that essentially we made it so that there's just more to do than your typical sites, your typical arcades. There's so much more that you can get into. And so essentially, this is Winter Circle. Alright, do some Q&A here. There we are.
No, there I am. Good. Good presentation. Nice job, man. Winter Circle. All right. So, you're all veterans here. We all know how this works. So, if you have ideas, comments, questions, raise your hand. I'll come around and give you the microphone. So this is totally online.
Yes.
Come online to the site. I can join, and
Yes.
I can pay, and then I get participation in all these games.
You can also get on there for free, and you'll be enrolled in our giveaways and things along those lines.
All right, cool. How do you market this? How do you let people know all about this and get out there to increase your business?
Typically, we do it through social media. A lot of it's like just regular DMs. It'll be 100 people. We'll go into different groups. We'll ask them if they're interested in different things. A lot of times we may go inside of the art groups, or we may go inside of the gaming groups and whatnot. And then we do it that way. We do giveaways where they're cash giveaways. So that also brings in a lot of people. You may get $10, you may get $5, whatever it may be, but it's nothing to you. It just, as long as you signed up and you're involved in the group, you get some cash.
So how long did this take you to develop it and get it to the point where you're out there selling it now?
We have the site up. We have our back end still down, but we still do it on Facebook. So we still do our giveaways on Facebook. We're pretty much just building up our members in order to push them more towards the site.
So you said something's down, the back end's down?
Yeah, so the back end where you can play the games on there, but you won't receive any of our larger prizes. But you can go on there and you can play our games currently.
So how far along are you in the actual development and making this work?
We're probably about a month out. We have everything implemented in there. We have like all your discounts and things. We've already talked to all of them. Even if you go on there now, you can still get your discounts from different places. You can still enjoy what we have. You can still be involved in the giveaways and whatnot and still make money. So once again, it's everything right now is free. So you can win money for free.
Hi, wonderful presentation. Had a couple of questions, being that it seems like you're in pre-launch phase. Have you designed anything like local events at a free space where players can kind of meet each other head to head. And it would seem like, especially now in summer, I know kids are looking for something to do. This sounds like family friendly, something that can be put on. So possibly finding a space like at a library or something like that, where hey, they come in and they get to participate. Look, we're keeping your kids busy with you engaged for the next hour or two, and they get to get prizes. And it's more than just a little eraser head for your pencil. This sounds like more, and that might be a great way to increase your engagement. Also do customer interviews, figure out what is it that, how can we improve upon what we've already got going on, what we've already built out. This might also be an opportunity for you to gauge and get some more sponsors, in-kind sponsors that are donating, say, the giveaways you're giving away, with the food, with the memberships, with those different things. Have you given any thought of designing your marketing plan out that way?
Yeah, actually, we really wanted to do something along the lines of a field day one day. We were trying to get it implemented. We were trying to figure out how we could actually wrap it all together, but kind of like a field day where more or less like what you had in elementary school, you know, maybe you have a 50-yard dash, maybe you have a sack race, different things along those lines, and then give out rewards that way also. Like, we really want to hone in on more of, I would say a competitive basis, but a friendly competitive nature. So same thing as, you know, beating somebody in Street Fighter or whatever, beating somebody in trivia. We want to do that in athletics also, like I said, the field day more or less, but we're just getting everything implemented so that we can house all these people all the time.
Okay, great.
Yeah, hi, this is Steve Fractional Unit. I know we've spoken a couple of times, we haven't quite managed to get connected yet. I wonder if you could do us a favour. Would you explain this business model? What I'm seeing from the presentation is that there are two ways that you generate revenue. One is from subscriptions from paying customers, but it seems to me that your model is that you are returning value to local advertisers who will give you the giveaways that everybody is competing for. So could you just explain your business model to us?
Yeah, of course. So in our premium membership, we mainly have it so that, once again, just thinking of the sense of an arcade, when you pay to have access to the arcade, you would also pay for the machines, quote unquote, your online games. And so that's how we get paid. We mainly advertise for the local businesses in the area, mainly to bring in more people to the local small businesses. And eventually we'll do something in coordination with them, maybe like after we bring in so many people, X, Y, Z, maybe they pay us so much as what our model is going to be in the future. But essentially it's just getting more people out, getting more value into the company in itself. We really want to make something that's just so valuable that it feels stupid for somebody to say no. There's just so much coming from us.
So are you currently approaching businesses and contracting with them to provide goods and services to your business to pass on to your players?
Yes.
Good morning. I'm trying to understand a little bit more about how the platform works. Can you explain a little bit more on, because these aren't original games, these are existing games. How do you get access to these games? Are you working with the gaming companies? Are there licensing deals involved? How do you set it up?
Well, to be completely honest, a lot of the games that we have on here are free. Like, they're archived on the internet, and or you can go to game developers and you can just buy the license for you know, so many years or so many months or whatsoever. But most of them do it by the year, so you can buy some of these games for maybe $100 for the entire year, and you can just embed it onto your website and go from there. Most of these places want you to use their games, because not only do they want to see how they work under so much pressure with so many people on them, but also going forward, just how can they make a better game. A lot of these people are full-time game makers, game developers. So yeah, they want you to use it, and like I said, a lot of them are also archived on the internet. Like, a lot of them, you can go on there and you can find them. You may have to do a little bit of, you know, tweaking to actually play them and play them well to where they're running well. But yeah, that's how we get most of our games.
All right, so you're saying a lot of these games are older games that are archived. Are you doing anything with exclusive content?
Yeah, well, what do you mean by that?
Well, you know, if you're working with some developers and they're trying to make their games better, then that means that they're also probably creating new games. And you look at a platform like Steam, and with Steam, you know, they have a tiered pricing to get access into certain games that are brand new, and they'll play trailers and say, hey, here's a game that's coming up, and you can look at it and you can say, yeah, when this one comes out, I want to play that game. You know, are you looking at anything like that?
Yeah, in the future, mainly now we kind of want to just grab the attention of people that know these games, just so that mainly they know what they're getting into, more or less. For instance, let's say, once again, easy games like Flappy Bird, the one that you used to always have on your phone, or even Pac-Man. Everybody knows what Pac-Man is, so there's no real question on what is this game, how's it going to be played, X, Y, Z. But we do have game trailers and whatnot, like I previously had up there, for some of our newer games and different things, so that people know it, they can understand it, and it can get implemented in the world. Does that answer your question?
I think so.
Hi, Isa. Congratulations on your 1FC. Welcome to the community. Just curious, would there be a line, because you said people log in, they become a member, cool, and they win prizes. What I'm hearing is that, is there like a line, it sounds to me like a little bit of gambling. Is that correct?
No,
No.
no gambling.
Okay,
When it comes to gambling,
just clarify that.
yeah, when it comes to gambling, the United States, and sometimes it varies per state, but the United States typically has 3 criteria. And the 3 criteria is random chance, it's concession, and then it's prizes. We all know prizes, you know, when you do something, you win something, you get something. Concession, they're mainly speaking of almost like betting. So more or less, if you put something in, you're expecting to get something else out on a higher basis or whatever it may be. And then there's the random chance. And we've completely taken that out. All of our games are the games,
Competitive.
you know, they're all competitive games.
Got it.
They're all head-to-head games. There's no games on here that are gonna be anything that's like, you know, you spin the wheel against 6 other people and whoever gets the highest thing wins. There's really no random chance at all.
Thank you. And I think a follow-up comment, and I think what throws me off, just in terms of branding, and just out of curiosity, it's just the name Winner Circle Cash. So in my head, I'm not thinking competitiveness. I'm thinking like I'm in there to win cash. So just a thought. What are your thoughts on the name and how people can perceive it?
Yeah, I get that. I totally understand. Essentially, when we started, we were doing giveaways, so
Yeah.
Winner Circle Cash just made sense. Moving forward, that was one of the bigger pivots that we
Yes.
made. And so now it's mainly getting into more of competitive gaming, but we still like our giveaways. We still like what it brings us. We still like being able to do almost like the traditional arcade. I remember when you used to be able to walk into arcades and they may have done a giveaway, or even when you go to like food festivals nowadays, they may do a giveaway. You'll pay for the access
Correct.
to the actual food and everything, but they still give you a ticket, and that ticket is in a raffle or whatever, and then you may win, you know, a picture, or you may win a $50 gift card to someplace, and essentially we just kind of want to carry that on. But I understand about the name.
Yeah, just the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Isaac Controlli. You talked about one challenge you had in getting the website done. What are your other challenges? And do you have one that you're not able to get over that we might be able to help you with?
I would say at this time, my main thought would be probably, as she said, sometimes people think that what we're doing is gambling at certain points, just from not understanding exactly what we're doing. So maybe a legal attorney in that sense that I could have that I could always go to for any questions or anything like that, or even if, you know, I had to be on retainer or whatever. And then the only other thing that we're really running into that's hard is we don't fully know what our ad spend will be in the long run. But other than that, we're just trudging forward. So those are our two big hurdles right now.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, just for my clarification, I'm sure everybody else kind of knows I came in late, but if it's random chance that brings it into the gambling aspect, how is a raffle not random chance?
When you're doing anything like a raffle whatsoever, you can't pay for it. So whenever somebody comes on the site or a giveaway or any type of thing along those lines, it's free. Like when you join the free side, it's free. Everybody's involved in the giveaways, whether you're paying or whether you're not paying, as long as you're a member, the giveaways are free.
And then my second part of my question is, what does scaling that to actually give you guys an income look like, as far as, you know, you're just relying on premium payments for your income, is that right?
Yeah, it's the premium to have access to the games, and then when people buy, you know, the currency that we have in there, the coins, essentially that funds most of the games. So anything that we make from the access of it, that's just more or less our cash.
Okay, so just a digital arcade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, like I said previously, they have the discounts that they can get at other places and whatnot, just to give people a little bit more value to it.
And you said the folks that pay to join get access to the larger prizes, is that how that works?
Yeah, so like if you want a vacation stay, or if you want cruise tickets, or if you want any type of like tournament prizes where you win a little bit more, that's where you'd be at.
Anybody else? Any more questions? All right, great job, Isaac, thank you very much. Give him a hand. All righty, we're going to bring up the lights here. We are here every Wednesday morning, like 100 other organizations like ours. So Wednesday morning, 9 a.m., be here, and we'll be here next week. We're going to bring up the lights. Everybody come on up and do a family photo.